How's it going? My name's Kayvon with Bearded Iris Brewing.
My name's Matt.
We're here brewing a 12% pastry stout today. We wanted to brew a bit of a higher gravity beer than we're used to brewing in Tennessee. We used quite a few new ingredients in this one as well.
Yeah, we have some hazelnut, chocolate, vanilla, lactose, a lot of things that you would probably find comprised in a pastry stout. It's a little bit bigger than the beers that we would normally do at home, which is definitely something that they're known for, brewing super imperial, high gravity beers and quality. So really excited about the opportunity to work with them, and obviously to come out and to experience the culture of Denmark and drinking beer.
And the launch is kind of special too, right? Like when you're launching this beer?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to come out, but I mean, the timing of us making it was definitely centered around like beer celebrations.
Brewers means that we do all the hard work, while the head brewer takes all the things. That's just how it works. And usually when Mariana is brewing, there's heavy duty, heavy metal on, that's what we turned off, because otherwise I don't have a chance. Our brewing system is quite small, it's 12 hectoliters, so usually we get around 1,000 liters from a brew. That's extremely small even for many craft breweries. But in many ways it's an advantage because many customers would order a special brew for them for their bar or whatever, and we could deliver that because we only do 1,000 liters, and that's about 30-35 kegs. That's good for a bar, PC bar. But if we had a bigger system, we could do no batches smaller than, for instance, 3,000 or 4,000 liters, and no bar would take in a specialty beer for them in that amount. And also the small brewing system means that we can, for instance, our IPAs, we can keep brewing fresh batches instead of brewing big batches that, stay on the shelf and gradually turn bad. So in many ways it's a good thing. Only that Renee and Maya, they slave away and sweat a lot because they brew a lot, In those days we do 3 brews in a day starting. Renee gets in at 5 in the morning and he brews 1.5 beer, and then Mariana comes in and takes over and brews another 1.5 beer during the day. Everything here we moved from our old location, which we will never recommend anybody to do because it's a logistic nightmare to move a brewery. When we moved a year and a half ago, the plan was that we had a down period of 14 days. It turned out to be 2.5 months because everything that could go wrong pretty much went wrong, and that's how it always goes. But I told you about the 80% extra capacity we have now here, and that's the big fermenters, the 6 big fermenters there. The small fermenters here can ferment 1 brew. There's some bigger ones, double ones behind that can take 2 brews. And then the big fermenters here can actually contain 5 to 6 brews. So everything you brew in 2 days can go into one of the big fermenters. So that's it. We have, a big order. 33 CL bottles. I suppose it does mean too much to you because you sell most of our beers on keg. But the standard bottle for craft beer in Denmark used to be 50 CL. It wasn't something that was decided or anything, it's just how it turned out. And I think it was because when craft breweries started in Denmark, everybody was comparing to the big commercial breweries, Carlsberg and Tuborg, and their standard bottle was 33. So when craft breweries came out, they probably started using 50 CL to show that this is something different from the commercial breweries, and probably also to legitimize that this was a lot more expensive, so you get 50% more. But times are changing. Most small craft brewers in Denmark are still using 50 CL, but because we are so much an exporting brewery, last year we exported 70% of what we produced. Many countries don't have any tradition at all for the 50 CL bottles. So when our bottle was on the shelf next to another bottle from another brewery that was only 33, our beer seemed comparably to be very much more expensive. So that's because you got 50% more. But many markets said that you simply cannot sell your beer, that's too expensive, which it wasn't really, but there was just, you were getting more of it. So we had to take the step to go down into 33s. And somebody asked us, why are you not in cans? Because that's what's happening, in the craft beer world, and that's cans all over, it seems. And that's also our plan. Hopefully within the next year or a year and a half. But the thing about Amager is that we are very conservative. We don't have any big money men as investors, so everything we invest we have to earn ourselves. So we have very conservative thinking about making some money before you spend them, And it's a pretty good principle because I think it keeps us in business compared to so many other breweries that have been over-investing, hoping that the market will keep growing. And as it is right now, the market is growing, but the brewery capacity combined is growing much faster than the market is. So as we were talking about before, I think a lot of breweries are really struggling now to survive.
Instagram or something, or 200 brews in cans?
Yeah. I posted that yesterday without just saying, I just posted, what do you think? It's a bit of a joke because one of our owners had just visited another Danish craft brewery that started canning, and he said, can I just get 2 cans without a label because I want to see how our labels fit on the cans. So when he got home, he put our labels on and showed them to me and said, wow, they look great. And I said, can I post this? And he said, go easy, because. And people are already starting to order Top the Axeman on cans and stuff. It's been our most popular post on Instagram because everybody's going crazy about cans right now. But it's coming. Actually, I have a small story that you have to promise not to tell anybody else. But about a year ago, Anders, the commercial director from Levi, contacted us. He's Danish. He used to be the director at Amager Bryhus in Copenhagen, and we know him very well. He's sort of a good friend of us. And he contacted us saying, we are phasing out our old canning line because we're investing in a new one. Would you be interested in the old one? And Morten and Jacob, our owners, flew straight up to Stavanger, and it sounded very interesting. And they actually made a deal about the canning line, and because right where you're standing here, that's actually where the plan is to install the canning line. So they came home and happily told us about how they bought the old living canning line and everything, and then they got the invoice from Lily, and Morten was our CEO, like, this amount in euros. I'm pretty certain we have an agreement in North Dakota. So they had been discussing, the price of this canning line from very different perspectives. So nothing came of it. I think it found a home somewhere else because they came home thinking they had done a really great bargain, and so did Lily. Sometimes, the easiest thing is not really happening. We've been sort of under schedule since the beginning. As you can tell, it's extremely crowded in here. and it's sometimes hard to move stuff around because there is so much in here. In many ways, Danish brewery has to have a different setup in the warehouse than a Norwegian or Swedish brewery, because many of the productions in a Norwegian brewery is aimed at, you know, Vinmonopol as a big certain order, and as they don't have so many outlets, you know, they can produce a big order for one customer, whereas we have to have stock of all beers because we have many different customers, you know, not only in Denmark but all over the world. So we sort of have to keep stock of pretty much any beers we have, and it's sometimes, you know, a puzzle to juggle with this many beers we have right now. I think in the showroom, I think we have about 35 different Amager beers for sale, you know. Of course, it takes a lot of room in the warehouse as well. So we're discussing right now, if we move to cans, should it just be a few brands, core brands, or should we do a whole complete switch like we did from 50 CL to 33 with all brands? Or because we don't really have room, you know, to keep some brands in both bottles and cans. We simply don't have the room for it here. In theory, it would mean we should have twice the size, because if we had everything also in cans, it would be complicated. So I don't know if when we make the move to cans, if we are completely phasing out bottles at the time, or focusing on some big orders only for cans, like if somebody ordered, you know, Systembolaget or Vinmonopol ordered a big load of whatever beer, you know, then only do that in cans. But we'll have to find out pretty soon. Yeah, and as you can tell from behind us, we also like to play around with barrel aging. We always have an amount of barrels with beer resting. Last year we got barrels from 4 different Scottish distilleries and made 4 different beers for those. We're gonna taste a couple of them a little later. And this year we have bought barrels again from Kentucky, straight from Kentucky, simply doing business with a barrel dealer in Louisville and filling a container. So there's bourbon and there's Tennessee whiskey and there's rye whiskey. So we've brewed a lot of different beers. This time not only black beers but also like double box and quadruples and stuff. We had to sneak that past Morten, the CEO, because he totally hates double box or box at all. So we had to do that. We had to brew sort of at night time, so we didn't know, you know. We snuck that into some of the barrels. And they'll be resting there for 6, 7, 8 months. It's not like we have a fixed amount of time. We say they spend 7 months and then we take them off. We taste the barrels every now and then and see is the beer ripe and ready, you know, to go in barrels. That's a fun day when you do that. Also, I am a total sucker for bourbon. I totally love that sweet, mellow whiskey note. And sometimes on Mondays I get up really early to come out to the brewery to be the first one, because after a weekend with all the gates closed, when you walk into the room, you get the angel share, you know, from the barrels. So everything in here smells like bourbon for a few hours until the gates have been opened. So I go around sniffing here for about an hour, very early Monday mornings, you know.